I just remember Extra just being on sets after Hamilton, on TV shows that you've done. I mean, it's incredible how your life has unfolded and all the roles professionally.
Very blessed, man.
How's it
Very
changed?
blessed. I'm an artist. I look for it to change. I want it to change. I want it to be new and challenging and just different in the marrow of it. It's what I get up hoping for every day, is to explore and find something I didn't know the day before. You know what I mean? So I felt really fortunate to be on various sets, and then, on carpets like this, celebrations like this is pretty incredible.
What was it like performing at the Tonys?
Oh man, I'm still not over it. I'm not over it. Doing this show changed everyone's DNA. Couldn't be in it and not be changed, and that's our job. We're looking for that. We crave it, So to be able to touch home again is really special.
When's the last time? Do you listen to the soundtrack ever, or you?
Bits and pieces of it, yeah. Leslie is one of my favorite. It's just one of my favorite performers ever, and watching him was the joy of a lifetime. As was watching Renee and Pippa and Jasmine and Oak and David's crazy talent that he has, and of course Lynn. Like, all of these people are just so incredibly soulful, and at the end of the day, that's the thing that wakes you up every day. So when I want to just like revisit it just a little bit, I'll listen to one song here and one song there, because if I go too deep down that rabbit hole, then I start having too many other thoughts about, looking behind, and we look forward,
And the fans, they love it. They eat it up. Crazy
Thank God.
fan story that you encountered.
I don't know so much crazy fan stuff, man. Honestly, it's not about frenzy or mania. It's about how it affects people. The story of the show I love to tell is the fact that we grew because people wanted us to grow. It happened because people wanted it to happen the way that it did. It became a part of the conversation because people were talking about it. And what greater compliment for a piece of art than that? You know what I mean? So.
And what advice would you give the young Chris today, that young Chris that was on stage 10 years ago? What advice would you tell that young Chris?
Man, I wasn't all that young 10 years ago, you know what I mean? I'm glad I was present enough of mind to constantly ask questions and to constantly challenge the piece as I understood it, and to try to understand it even better every single show, which is a really hard thing to do. But this show was challenging in ways that I may never experience again, and I knew that in the moment. In every way imaginable. Physically, where my life was in that moment, the things that were happening, with a young family, with a 6 and a 10-year-old, and being in the midst of a whirlwind. The entire world was talking about this. And not because we had a clever marketing campaign, and not because any bells and whistles. It was because of people like that. You know what I mean? And what we were doing every night. And we measure these things in box office and in numbers so often. It wasn't about that. Maybe the last show that ever does it in this way, because our world information travels so quickly now. Wasn't about that. It was about what we were doing for that group of people every single night. And then you walk away and everybody has it here and here. And then they discuss it and share it. And then people are clamoring to come in and have experience of their own. And that just don't happen very often.
What would you tell fans that's going to see or experience this movie for the first time in theaters?
I would say that we were never better than we were in this movie. The show was never better. It was never more true. It was never more honed. It was never more focused. It was never more for them. Our best is literally captured in this movie. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how, as exhausted as we were, and our lives were starting to change, and other jobs were starting to come through and things like that. But for this 3-day period that we took, I've never been better at anything than I am in this movie. I know that.
Hard work paid off.
Yeah, well, it continues to pay off. Because it's not what it gains you, it's what it teaches you. Right?
That's where we at. Congratulations. Always good to see you.
Always great to see you.